Scene 2 EE Take 2.
Is it worth it to make a short film? It's exactly 1 year since I posted my short film, Look, The Invisible Man, onto YouTube. It took nearly 2 years to complete with a combined effort of 33 people working hundreds of hours for very little to no money at all. In fact, the entire project cost about $15,000. So, was it worth it? Maybe not. That is a lot of money. And most short films never see any sort of return on their investment. The hope was that we would put it into a bunch of film festivals to try and get some recognition. We did get into some, but not as many as I wanted. So then we dropped it on YouTube, and it did okay with the help of some YouTube advertisements, but nothing crazy. The reception on YouTube has been really kind, and I'm super grateful for everybody who's watched it, but it's not like I've gotten any new directing jobs out of it. Take a look at the first shot of the film. I thought it was a unique way to set up the story and tone. It's 20 seconds long. Most of the gear was owned and brought by our team. Our on-set crew worked for free. The location was given to us, and I did all the visual effects myself. But even then, this single shot probably costs around $2,500. So why did it cost that much? This location was graciously given to us to film in for free. It was owned by one of our crew members' family. In fact, finding this house was one of the things that inspired me to keep going on the project. Because the film takes place in one room, with little dialogue and lots of blocking, finding the right location was something I was getting really discouraged about. It had to be visually interesting and fit the tone of the film and also work within the parameters of our story. So when I came across this location, I fell in love instantly. But the thing is, this house is in LA. And a lot of our crew members live hours away. So how do we get the crew to the location? Gas money and Airbnb. And even though a crew worked for free, people still have to eat, and giving them a free lunch is like the least we could do for them. And even though a lot of the crew brought their own gear, how do we get the gear there? We have to rent a U-Haul. And not all of the gear was free. That first shot of the film, this type of shot isn't always possible with just any lens, so we rented this one. And I had plenty of other shots just like this one that I wanted to do. To me, these shots were really important. It gave me a chance to experiment with different types of camera blocking and visual storytelling. It gave the film a bit of a nostalgic look, which I thought was really appropriate because this film is about the Invisible Man. Our cinematographer also found a really great deal renting this Arri Alexa camera. This was a really great chance to get some hands-on experience. I haven't even mentioned that we hired someone to compose our score, another person to make our final audio mix and master. The price of hiring actors, props, and makeup, this poster cost money, and so did all of our film festival submissions. But the truth is, we probably could have made this for $5,000? I mean, you can try and make it for nothing. We didn't need to shoot in that location. We could have found someplace else that was fine, maybe not great. We didn't need to rent that gear. I probably could have come up with some different shots without using that zoom lens. We could have found actors who would do it for free. It would have been tough to find those props for free, but I don't know, use whatever's lying around the house. I'm a little worried that this video could come across as pretentious or privileged, and it's true. It's a huge privilege to be able to spend money and make a film, and the opportunity to make something like this is not afforded to everybody. A lot of it was self-financed by myself and some of the crew. We had an executive producer who was really kind and donated as well. I was able to have a job that let me work remotely, which meant I could live at home and save some money, mostly in small chunks over a 2-year period of time. If we really did decide to make this movie for nothing, I think it could be done, but we would have had to make so many creative sacrifices that the end result would have looked really different, and this was the particular way that we really wanted to tell the story. I've wanted to be a director since I was 5. It's been about 14 years since I first posted onto YouTube, and in that time I've been able to make quite a few short films for little to no money at all. And for me personally, this was an opportunity to push myself in ways that I hadn't been able to before. I wanted to work with more professional gear on a larger set with working actors, so that when the opportunity comes for me to be hired as a director on a bigger music video or TV show or feature film, I'm not completely scared out of my mind. And I really wanted to use this as a proof of concept to show what we're capable of. I'm so proud of the film we ended up making, so it would make me really bummed to see it turn out any other way, but if we had to make it for nothing, I still think it would have been worth it to go through the effort of creating something with the people I love. I still would have learned a lot, but if I made this movie in a vacuum by myself, without any collaborators or people to make it better, that would make me really sad. Not to mention, it certainly could not have been made at all. Think of all the time and effort and gear donated. I mean, people took off work for this. I said it might have not been worth it to make this film, but that was a lie. It's allowed me to meet and continue working with some incredible collaborators that I get to call friends. Even if you don't have money to put into a short film, that doesn't mean you can't still find people you love working with. I was really lucky to find those people at school, at film festivals, or even reaching out online. For me, it's not just about making this one thing, but about building a community of people you love so that you can keep making things. So that we can all become better filmmakers than we were a year ago. Because this is just what we love doing. This is the second to last shot of the film. It doesn't end with a shootout or somebody dying. It just ends with a hug. Two people getting to experience community during a difficult time. And I think that message is really important to me. It's one of the reasons I love filmmaking so much. It requires people to be there for each other during what can be a really difficult, frustrating, and stressful time. So thank you to my community of people who made this all possible. I love you.